Hi everyone, welcome to my page. Today is May 10th, 2021. It is day 10 of Mental Health Awareness Month. One important strategy to coping with mental illness, I feel, is talking about it. For many years, I hid myself in silence because I was ashamed to have a mental illness. That's what it is. It's an illness. It's not something that I should be treated any differently for having. Just like as if I had diabetes or I do actually have hypothyroidism, people wouldn't treat me different because I have hypothyroidism or if I was a diabetic. So people shouldn't treat me differently because I have a mental illness like anxiety and depression. But yet I felt so stigmatized by the people around me, some people very close to me in fact, and I hid myself from the world. A few years ago, I started to find my way out of the darkest place in time for me. And about the same time that I was finding my way to a better place, a dear friend of mine, Donna, had posted on Facebook about the fact that her son, James, had completed suicide. That was the day that I decided I needed to break my silence. Here was this beautiful young man, 19 years old, who I'd only met for a short time in life when he was in middle school, but he had had an impact on my life, and sure, he didn't even realize that he had impacted my life. And now I'm finding out that he is no longer here. And that was the day I was like, enough is enough. We need to do something about this. And by me breaking my silence, that's when even more of my healing really, truly began. Because by talking about it, I stopped being ashamed of it. So the more I've talked about it, the more I've had people reach out to me to talk to me about something that they're going through. And people have thanked me for sharing my story. The fact is that if we don't talk about it, then people think that they're all alone. And you're really not alone. There are so many more people dealing with mental illness themselves or with a loved one than we have any clue about. So talking about it definitely helps. Knowing that you're not alone is definitely something that can be comforting compared to feeling like you are completely alone in this world. So if you are struggling or you know somebody who is struggling, I strongly urge you to talk about it. Whether you talk about it with a loved one or a friend that you trust, or seeking out a therapist or psychiatrist or your family doctor. Doesn't matter who you talk to. I'm telling you that if you are living in shame, it is nothing to be ashamed of. And if you're hiding yourself, thinking that you're all alone, the moment you start talking to somebody about what's going on in life, you will find yourself moving in a better direction.